Hey guys, I'm back with another market update, and let's start with the ever-present Prismatic Evolutions. So Prismatic Evolutions hasn't really changed all that much. I think the ETBs have recovered yesterday. I recorded like prices of 118 and 114 the 2 other days. And right now we're back at about 124, which is still, it's kind of a what I expect price. A ton of ETBs are being sold. You see it goes from like no, I told you guys like near release date more and more will sell. So like over here, even that's like a lot, like 200, and you can see some 400s, and then right around 600, and then right at release it's like 2,000. That part of the reason of that is the price crash. This dip down had a lot of impact on that because of reprint news. I still wonder how much the price would went to if Pokemon never announced that news, because the price started tanking like right after that. Because for those of you who don't know, like we were seeing very high pre-release prices. Let's see, like the normal price per pack back then, it was like the 15th, was about $15 a pack at the low end, and I was like, oh wow, we're getting really high pack prices. And now we're kind of back to like there's products with 11 something pack prices because of the text stickers and the posters, which is kind of normal, but we are seeing prices go back up a little bit in general. But yeah, some of this is just because, let's see, ETBs are available in store. Binders I think are kind of available. I'd have to confirm that. Poster collections, text sticker collections are available in store. So just like people, scalpers, whoever you are, just normal people, they're getting Pokemon in store. It's driving down the market price. People are buying lots. We're in this more volatile sort of market. So even though prices are kind of stabilizing, I'd like to see where they are in about a week or two, because there's only so much product to go around, and people are opening this. So, and with the rip and ship error, we are seeing like packs are definitely going to be opened. It's not the time where everyone's just holding. I'm sure there's still a ton of people holding, but if people continue to buy the prices at the current price, then stock will eventually run out in general. But to look at some other things like Pokemon Center ETBs, they're down just a little bit from yesterday. Let's see, 119 to 270 versus 274. It's not a big drop. I like to see what people are actually buying it for. So filter sales by not showing the picture so I can see the prices. But yeah, someone bought for 255 recently, but it's been going about 265, 270-ish. That's kind of been the normal price. I want to look at the Umbreon card, and the price is still around, let's say like $1,500. Usually I've seen around like 13 to 16 roughly. And there hasn't been that many sales, but people have bought it, and yeah, you see like $1,500 sales, $1,400 sales. People are buying this card. It's kind of normal for things to be sold for higher prices at pre-release. I know like, or at release. I know Greninja from Twilight, that just kind of kept shooting up. But yeah, these are really, really expensive prices. Part of the reason is because I know there's this like Poke Beach article on Prismatic that said the pull rates are revealed, and TCG Player does this thing where it tries to look at the pull rates, and like I think the clarification for pull rates, it's like to get an SIR, which is like the main cards, it's technically not too hard to get SIR. If you do like about 45 packs to get one specialization rare, which is actually easier than like Surging Sparks, and more comparable to some other sets. But the thing is that this set is so much bigger, and therefore like even though it's a 1 out of 45 chance to get the one that you want, it's much harder. So I think they usually have a picture here. If I could make this. So yeah, special illustration rare. Wait, this is for Surging. They didn't make a picture. But okay, so they didn't make a picture, but typically when they make a picture, it looks something like this. So you'll see for Surging Sparks to get the Pikachu, like one SI. Oh my god. Okay, fine. For Stellar Crown, for Surging Sparks, any SIR is 1 out of 90 packs. But if you want specific SIR, because Surging Sparks is also kind of a big set, you'd have to open like 10 times the amount of packs. And that's sort of what people are seeing with Prismatic. It's like if you don't get one of the main EV evolutions, like you feel it, and because the prices are so high, you feel like you just kind of wasted a bunch of money, and it feels kind of unfulfilling. Especially like the prices are high, there's no booster box, like you have to buy like Surging Sparks to get a booster box. Like you could have gotten it for like let's say $150 around release time, which so you get 36 packs. But if you were to get the equivalent, let's see the market price, let's say even it's at the low end of like you bought like tech stickers at about, let's just say $11 a pack times 36 is like $400 for a booster box that you get like nothing from. And that's why people like the pull rates so bad, because you're paying so $400 for the equivalent of a booster box right now, unless you get MSRP. But that's part of the reason why these the Umbreon is so expensive, because like it's just hard to get. It kind of feels a little bit like Evolving Skies where things were hard to get, but I haven't actually pulled any cards or opened any packs, so I wouldn't really know. Alright, what else? Twilight Masquerade. We're seeing a drop. Twilight has just had a bunch of resistance in general. Like it sold on Pokemon Center and it was around selling for this price, and now it's kind of back down to it. We do see confirmed like 170s, 180s, but before that it was like pretty 190. And no, this doesn't include shipping, so some of these might be higher, but yeah, we would at least see like 190 or like 195, but it is dropping. I think some of this, like this is just speculation, but I think some of this might just be because of reprint news or reprint fears. So you'll hear certain channels talk about quote unquote the smart money, like the alpha investments talk about smart money. It's sort of like what's the safer bet. Paldea is still stably at around 200 because people don't think it will get a reprint, but like there's always a chance for these later sets to get reprint, and that's kind of why there's like this big price differential kind of, because people are like, hey, I don't know, like if it gets a reprint the price will drop, and I don't want, if you don't want to really buy above MSRP, although even if a reprint comes, it doesn't mean you'll necessarily get it for below MSRP. But yeah, people just don't want to pay these higher prices. Like the higher the price gets, the less safe it gets basically. But yeah, Twilight is dropping. If I want to look at the demand, it should still be selling because it's still a recent set. Sword and Shield, a lot of the prices are stagnating in general. I'll go in that in a sec, but yeah, Sword and Shield, you see fewer sales, and you're just seeing prices go down across the board, at least slightly. Surging Sparks is coming back up to about 250, which is nice. Yeah, it's just too valued, in my opinion, and it keeps getting opened. And like even though like this graph keeps getting smaller, like you're going down from like the highs of like 300, you're still getting like about like 80 boxes sold every 3 days. So it is decreasing, but we're not even close. Like people are still buying these. There's only really so much available at the moment. The membership effect is really effective for this, and the Pikachu is very hard to pull, which makes it hard to, like, people just want to keep pulling the Pikachu, and people are willing to spend more money to go after the bigger chase, like lottery tickets, than go after smaller chases. Obsidian Flames is another one that dropped. So Obsidian is back to about 165, and Obsidian, yeah, it was at like 180 at one point. But you know, it was like 160, 170, 180, 175, and now it's back to 165. It was 165 at like the 9th, which was about 10 days ago. So it kind of dropped back to its like 10 days ago price. A lot of the other prices for these other booster packs are just kind of stable mostly, so I haven't really mentioned them. But yeah, Obsidian has been going down. We might see other things like that. Chilling Rain is still going down. Like I mentioned this in my other video, but like it just the main thing is that no one's really buying it on TCG Player. So like you see like it's just like 0 items sold, and so people just keep lowering the price. But yeah, the last sold was on 113 just about a week ago, so it's sold at like a high price, but yeah, no one really wants to buy it. Like it was at 380, 375, 370, 360, and then like 350, and now it's like 340. So yeah, it just keeps kind of declining. Brilliant Stars went down like another $10 to Astral Radiance, $5, Lost Origin about, and like this isn't just like me reporting like, oh, this versus this. It's like I'm looking at the long-term trend, and I'm like, yeah, it's kind of like decreased since like a few days ago. Like Asteroids is back down to its like 6 day ago price. Lost Origin, the last time it was at like 369. I wasn't even tracking it, so it's just like a steady decline. So I can see that pretty clearly in the data, and like but yeah, like there's no really big increases or anything. And if you look at a lot of the sales data, like they're not really selling very much. Like these bars are getting really small. Sea and Sky is making moves again. I mentioned in my other video, but I see like $120. I want to see if people are actually buying at that price. I see like these 115s. I see these 100s, these 105s. But yeah, someone finally bought it at like 114 today, and I don't know if like these include shipping, but yeah, it's at the point right now though. So I'll give you the price per pack analysis. Where's Crown Zenith? It's at 120. It's valued more than the booster bundle, which I kind of feel like is not. I feel like the booster bundle is still better. I feel like Sea and Sky is better in terms of like if you were to gift someone, like which one would they rather have? Like Sea and Sky is just some more spectacular, like if you're gifting to a kid or a friend, and you weren't trying to wrap it obviously, like, or ship it or whatever, like it's a nicer gift to give relative to the booster bundle. The booster bundle is a little more boring, but as far as investing goes, booster bundles seem better, and they're just more convenient. A lot of people don't want to deal with all that cardboard anyway. But yeah, it's just like, it's a more expensive price per pack, and it's been like quite shooting up for a while. And I mentioned this a few days ago. It really did happen. Like, 95 to 120 is pretty big. The price for the loose pack price is still pretty low. So like either it really is starting to like there's just so little of it now relative to before that like it's justified to pay more per pack, or I don't know, like this could go a couple ways. The booster bundles could be a little undervalued because booster bundles, I have seen drops of them, so people are able to get booster bundles, but Sea and Sky like has been very difficult to get from Costco for the last few months. And maybe if you're in a remote area and you happen to see it in store, but otherwise I haven't seen like much pings for it at all. I used to see them. I wouldn't be able to get them, but I used to be able to like see them. The ETBs have also like keep steadily going up at like 99. But yeah, so like you see like pretty steady demand for ETBs. But yeah, Crown Zenith is definitely something to watch out for. Like I would probably want to hold something of it. But yeah, I think I closed it, but I want to just look at the loose pack one again. Like there's still quite a bit of demand for loose packs, but there's just a lot out there, and I just see like it's probably at that price because of like right now these two sellers who have like just 900 and 1375. But I think Crown Zenith is a good enough set that I keep hearing this about rip and chips, like people want to open sets that like are enjoyable to open in a sense or have bigger chases, and the cards from Crown Zenith are still relatively they're still relatively valuable and they're still like chases. So I just go Crown Zenith. Like you can still get like these, like you get pretty cards, you get like $200-$100 cards. It's not the same as like Prismatic and Surging, and that's why like those things will command higher prices to some extent. I don't know about Surging technically because it's still kind of cheap per pack, but yeah, it just has potential. Like people will buy out these packs to some extent. It can't remain this way forever. Okay, so let's see, looking through my lists, Sea Sky, and I think 151 hasn't really made much moves. Here's a PCTB, it's at 337, 338. Yeah, the Zapdos box went down a little bit. I think it's because I've seen a bunch of Target drops recently which dropped the price, and the binder went down a little bit, but generally 151's been pretty stable lately. And then for Journey Together, there haven't been as many sales on eBay that I can see. Like these are all from January 18th, and it only goes up until goes up until here. This is the cutoff point. So like you see, I see some higher prices and lower prices. So like Pokemon Center ETBs, like this one's like 220. This is at 240 for a booster box. That's kind of normal-ish. This is pretty expensive for ETB. This is like 130, 135 for a normal ETB. This is like normal price for a booster box. This is pretty expensive for a booster box, 280. This is pretty cheap for, actually this is normal for a Pokemon Center ETB, 210. This is really cheap for a Pokemon Center ETB. This is about 250, 260. This is a little cheap for a booster bundle, $50. This is normal price. This is normal price. This is 2 Pokemon Center ETBs. I think they're just trying to do a bulk deal. Save on shipping and stuff, so that's kind of normal. They just discount you like $10. $70 for a booster bundle is a little expensive, like, and $240. But yeah, I want to wait until I see a bunch of sales of a certain higher price. But yeah, we're kind of ranging like plus or minus like $20 or so on a lot of products. Okay, that's it for today's video. Thanks guys, bye.